Welcome to the Friends of Delray, a diverse group of Delray Beach residents coming together to build a positive city environment which is open and transparent. Our goal is to inform, share, and unite. Learn about what's happening in our village by the sea, from our pristine beaches to the corridors of City Hall. Hi, I'm Judy Malika, moderator for the Friends of Delray podcast and a concerned Delray citizen willing to ask the tough questions of our informed guest and dig deep into the issues relevant to the future of our wonderful city. Today we'll be discussing a fabulous organization that's making our world better and speaking to one of the guys who started it. Our guest today is Mark Cassini from Community Greening. Hey Mark, thank you so much for being here. I'm excited for you to tell me and share with our listeners about Community Greening. About 7 years ago when you started, you and...
Yes, 7 years ago.
Yeah,
Started
and
with Matt Shipley,
right,
2016.
Awesome, right? It seems like a long time ago. It was.
Really, yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your organization.
Okay, so Community Greening is an urban forestry nonprofit. Okay. So what we're really concerned about are trees. The trees that are in the living areas that are, providing all these benefits for us. So
that makes good sense. Yeah. Why are trees important to Delray and to other Florida cities?
Well, trees do a lot of things, and so if you kind of think about those things that they do, it kind of shows why they're important. So one is providing shade. Florida is getting hotter and hotter.
Yes, it is.
And trees can reduce the temperature 10 degrees or more. And so there's all these health implications of why that helps, that there's, shaded areas. They also clean the air. And so, we need trees to help clean the air and remove pollutants. We have 95 running through our city. So there's places all across the country, that are planting trees along highways to make those neighborhoods safer and healthier around there.
When I'm riding my bike sometimes and I get into certain areas like Lake Ida, I can feel it like several degrees cooler just from being, I'm not under the tree, but I'm where the trees are, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's amazing.
Yeah, and the trees are not, we can talk about that later, but the trees aren't really evenly distributed throughout the city. So not everyone benefits from trees the same, and that's what we're trying to do, is plant trees where they're needed most.
Oh, good. So, what is a tree? You're trying to expand the canopies, right? What is a tree canopy? Why is it important? How does Delray rank compared to some of the other cities? And
Sure.
What are you guys doing about it?
Yeah, so tree canopy is the amount of trees that are covering a certain geographic area.
Okay.
So you can think of, a healthy tree canopy is around 30%. So 30% of the city limits of Delray Beach would, if that was a healthy tree canopy, that's what would be ideal. Delray is at 23% right now.
Okay.
And that compares to other cities around us, like let's say Boca Raton has 26%.
Okay.
Boynton is 19%. And you can go to Hallandale Beach, 16%. So really, we're all the cities in South Florida are losing. Yeah, we're behind. If you compare that to other cities, some of the ones with better tree canopies, Atlanta has 47% tree canopy.
Wow. So I know construction cuts them down. Hurricanes probably cut some of them down or whatever. But is it largely development that makes the trees go away?
It's all of those things. It's
homeowners that don't like leaves.
It's development, homeowners that don't like leaves. It's pests, and it's storms.
Okay.
So we're in Florida. We have a lot of different things of why we need to be replacing trees and planting trees if we want to have a healthy tree canopy.
Okay. So Community Greening has a contract with Delray, right, to plant about 10,000 trees. That sounds like a huge amount. How many trees do we have to plant before we get to that 30%?
Right. Yeah. So we had, like I was saying, when the canopy was studied for the baseline, it was 23%.
Okay.
So in order to increase it to 28%, that's 10,000 trees.
Okay.
And that's why we have the contract with the city of 10,000 trees. And we're in the third year of that. So now we're approaching 5,000 trees that we've planted.
Awesome.
Public. We've planted all the schools last year. So, you're talking about Carver, Plamosa, Atlantic, Banyan Creek, Orchard View, Village Academy. We planted trees at all of the schools.
To protect the kids. I remember my Rotary Club. Do you remember when we bought 70 trees to plant? We did it in
Yeah.
Bexley Park?
Yeah, exactly.
That's
So
awesome.
we're planting all the public parks as well. So yeah, it's a great partnership with the city of Delray that everyone's really behind it when it comes to the city manager, it comes to Office of Sustainability. We're meeting with them regularly to find places to plant more trees. So that's why we have that 10,000 tree goal. Yeah.
Terrific. So I think I think I heard you talk about a youth training program where you're helping young people in low-income neighborhoods learn about the trees and to plant and maintain the trees in the parks. Can you speak a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we have the youth tree team. So the youth tree team
Okay.
are local teens that are paid interns.
Nice.
And yeah, we have 16 teens right now. It's largely funded by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. And so this is a lot of times it's their first job. They're learning, basic job skills about accountability or responsibility, punctuality, how to work on a team. And they work 30 hours a week in the summer, and they
Wow.
work on Saturdays during the school year. So a lot of the kids go to Atlantic High School, and
Okay.
it's really impressive because, these kids are out there in this Florida heat in the summer, watering trees with buckets and mulching trees and taking care of them. But then they also get to do fun things like they just went to, the Frost Museum of Science. They went to Fairchild. They go on, to Peanut Island and go picnicking on there.
nice.
So they're actually getting exposed to not only when they're working, but also having fun. And,
Teamwork and team fun. That's
yeah,
awesome.
no, it's a great program that we really started with 2 teens 5 years ago with the local family foundation, and now it's just really grown that it's supported by Children's Services Council, the Community Foundation, Bank of America, and
Wow.
it can really just keep expanding. It's paying teens to take care of
And
trees.
you have to train them though, right? Or the teens can start training the teens too, right? Once they learn it?
Yeah, we have a couple arborists on staff,
Okay.
and then they also work with with staff that teaches them how to take care of trees.
You grow
So
your own trees?
We do. We have a nursery, has 15,000 trees in it. That's in
Wow.
West Boca. And there's a lady named Michelle. She's an arborist. She's been doing this for 20 years, and she's really made that place come to life. And
Is this like something you purchased or you lease? or
we rent it. Yeah, we rent
Okay.
at the Hab Center. That's also
Okay.
a nonprofit.
Okay.
And so, it's open for volunteers to come out. We have corporations come out there. We have groups of kids, general population. People are potting up trees, or they're,
Nice.
getting trees ready for tree giveaways that we have. So it's a
Speaking
great
of
place
the
to
tree
come out.
giveaways, which I've been a recipient of, thank you very much. So that, I know that the city and some other municipalities you have contracts with, but you're also interested in getting the trees in citizens' hands. So explain your tree giveaway program.
Okay, so tree giveaways, you're not going to increase the canopy by planting on city property alone.
Okay.
And so, the majority of the land is residential. And in order to get trees onto residential property, the main way is tree giveaways. And so the city of Delray and other cities around us, they have a pretty aggressive campaign to get trees on private property.
Okay.
And so people can come out and get a fruit tree or a native tree to plant on their property. And it's a great way to increase the tree canopy.
My little babies are growing up. I
Nice.
think I got
Yeah, they
you
do.
2 years in a row or something, and they started pretty decent actually,
Yeah.
but now they're getting kind of big. They're not fat yet, but
Uh-huh.
I don't have a canopy
Yeah,
yet. I got
no,
a few
not yet.
leaves.
A couple years, no, but
Yeah?
a few years after that, you will. And
Okay.
then another exciting program that we're doing with the city to increase the tree canopy on residential property is the drop-off program. So in January, if you're a Delray resident, you can go to our website and request a native 15-gallon tree.
Wow.
And we will drop it off and deliver it to your house. So that's the difference. A tree giveaway is a 3-gallon tree, which might be waist high. A 15-gallon tree that we're going to do for the drop-offs is more about as
should've
tall as
waited.
me. You can still get another one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
gonna
not
have a
being
forest
greedy.
back
It's-
there.
You need to do your part. So,
Okay,
yeah.
all right, good, I am,
Yeah.
I'm trying. So you talked about native trees and fruit trees, but not all fruit trees are native. Tell me about that.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, most of the fruit that we're getting from trees here is not a native tree.
Okay.
So like a mango is not native, an
Okay.
avocado isn't native. And so we do fruit trees because one, a lot of people want to have some food producing trees in their yard. And there's also food insecurity issues. So
Right.
We also planted with the city of Delray an urban orchard, which is at Catherine Strong Park. Recently won the project of the year for the Florida Urban Forestry Council. And that's because the city and Community Greening and TD Bank, we partnered on planting fruit trees. This was in 2019.
Okay.
And, 2017.
Okay.
And so you can go out
So
there,
they're getting fruit now.
anyone can go out there and pick fruit
fruit.
at that park. Yeah.
That's
That's at
awesome.
Catherine Strong. Right
When
near,
did you,
Boys and
what
Girls
award
Club.
did you win? I'm sorry.
It was the project of the year for the state
That's
for urban
terrific.
forestry. Yeah.
You guys keep getting better and better and better.
But yeah, it has. It keeps
What is,
growing. Yeah.
you're 7 or 8 years old, and now your budget is exceeding like $1 million, right?
Correct. Yeah.
And you're doing such amazing things. What do you think led to this success? I think just having a great mission and everybody embraces it.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely responded to a need.
Yeah. Okay.
And so I mean that what came out organically from the city when we first started. It was groups of concerned citizens that were, they were worried about us losing canopy trees,
Right.
losing things that are providing shade and beautification, and so it really started with a group of people working with the city, and then Matt and I went around the country and we went to urban forestry nonprofits to see, who was
How they were
doing it
doing it.
best. We went
Yeah.
to California and Pittsburgh and Chicago and Atlanta, and really just learning and bringing that information to Delray. And our approach is getting recognition because, like as Matt said, started this with Matt Shipley. We were going to always do
Yeah.
it South Florida style, and we were going to make it fun and have DJ at events and
Right,
have food
right,
and
right. I've seen
not
that.
really hit people over the head with climate change or environmentalism, but really getting them engaged to improve the community.
And greening their
Yeah,
community
and,
greening.
and having a good time. So
What
it's,
is your personal passion that got you started in this?
I think it's similar to that. It's a lot of people are anxious about what's happening
Yeah.
to Earth and
Yeah.
what's going on with
Right.
climate change, and there are things we can do to improve it. Trees is one of the ways that we can
Suck some of the carbon out
suck
of the
some
air?
of the carbon out. I mean, and also just get in better balance with nature.
Yeah.
And trees, the cooling and cleaning the air are just a couple things, but I mean they have mental health benefits for us. There's studies that if you're in a hospital room with a view of trees, or if you're in a hospital room with a view of a brick wall, they have better healing rates of when you
Wow.
can look out at trees. I mean the
I'm
list.
going to pick my room when I go in a hospital.
I agree. I will too. But I mean, the list really goes on and on.
Yeah.
I mean, also for real estate, there's a lot of studies that show that your property value goes up depending on how many trees you have, and also with neighborhoods are more desirable
yes,
for people.
absolutely.
And that kind of brings it a little bit to what tree equity is, and trees aren't evenly distributed amongst residents. It's
Okay.
really the story of race and income.
Okay.
And so we have areas of Delray that have a tree canopy of 13%. We have areas of Delray that have a tree canopy of 44%.
I can probably almost pick those.
Yeah.
How do you straighten that out?
By really focusing
The
on
giveaways in certain areas
exactly.
or something?
And the city is doing that with us of trying to plant the park. And we've really done this in the
Good.
past 7 years of, planting green spaces or parks in the low canopy areas. And we're
Okay.
really almost targeted them so much that we're now moved on to the whole city.
Okay. That's
so,
terrific because
yeah.
you're getting it's success. So tell me about your recent EPA grant that you guys
Sure,
got.
yeah. So we were
The
fortunate
EPA
to...
is the Environmental Protection Agency.
Right, yeah.
And what'd you get?
So we were awarded with a partnership with the Office of Resiliency of Palm Beach County and Palm Beach County Parks.
Okay.
It's a $1 million grant to work in the glades. And so that was, it really came about of Palm Health Foundation. Wanted us to start exploring to expand what we were doing in Delray out in the glades.
As in the
And-
Everglades?
As in 3 communities, Belglade,
Got
Pahokee,
it.
and
Okay.
South Bay.
Got it. Okay.
And so, like, if what we were talking about, if you think of Delray having a 23% canopy, out there they have a 6% canopy.
Oh, they need some trees.
They need trees. And
Did it
so
used to be like
there's-
farmland? Is that why they're so little?
I think there's probably many factors, but
Okay.
that 6% is really without the farmland. So
Got
they
it.
studied just the living area of those communities, 6%. So I mean, they really need trees, and they have concerns with air pollution and the sugarcane burning. And so we are going to be out
So that $1
there.
million is towards that area? That's
It
amazing.
is. Yeah, it is. It's
Wow.
towards that area. So it's to really do what we do planting in parks. We're going to plant 6 public parks. We're going to give away 2,000 trees. And we're going to
Tremendous.
also
You
do
need
something
another nursery.
similar to the youth tree team. I know, yeah.
Are you? Oh, good.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah. We'll also be paying teens out there to take care of the trees that
Okay.
we're planting. So
That's just, the stuff you do is amazing. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of the organization, and I'm grateful. So thank you very much.
thank you. Yeah, no, it's been a lot of fun.
And thank you for taking the time to be here. I know you've got lots of birthdays
Yeah,
in your
it is
family
birthday
this week.
season
So,
right now. So
yeah.
thanks for having me and really getting the word out. And it's been a community effort, and it's really been cool to see Delray respond and be supportive from the very beginning, whether it's families or businesses or schools or foundations, the city. I mean, I think community greening is really a success story for the city of Delray.
Absolutely.
And we're still. That's also now like something like the Glades. It's really kind of leading the way, and other groups are copying what we're doing. And it's going to have a big benefit for all of the county.
Delray paved the way.
Yeah.
You helped. You
Thank
did
you.
it. Thank you very, very much. Appreciate having you.
Thanks for having me. Yeah.
I'm Judy Malika for Friends of Delray. Please let your voices be heard, get engaged, talk with neighbors, and attend city meetings, and watch for our next podcast or video. We believe Delray is at its best when we're stronger together. Thank you for joining Friends of Delray, addressing the relevant issues facing our community. Follow us on Facebook and YouTube, and please sign up for our newsletter at our website, friendsofdelray.us. We believe Delray is at its best when we work together.